you want to learn the handstand and probably as fast as possible because that's what everyone wants. And I can tell you straight away, you won't learn it in a couple of seconds. I know that's a shock and probably disappoints a lot of you. It's just the truth. You need to work your ass off and be consistent. Consistency is key in getting a proper handstand. But no worries, I'm here to tell you the fastest way to get to your handstand. Alright, let's get right into it. Step 1. Everybody, good job, you achieved step 1. You know, you already did step 1. Why stop now? You know, continue. Get your handstand. Alright, first off, stretch properly. Take this very serious stretch properly because you know, I wouldn't say I didn't take it seriously, but sometimes I was like, you know, let's get into a handstand straight away without any stretching at all. I still feel this in my wrists sometimes, and you know, take it seriously. Just do your stretching before you go into a handstand and you will thank me later. And you know, if you're stupid as I am, you will probably find out it was a bad idea. Do some stretching every other day to get some wrist flexibility and you will do the handstand without any pain. A good example of these are just get your fist, make a big fist. Get your hands together and spin it around a little bit of force, not too much. You will hear some cracks. This is good except if you break your wrist. The next thing is put your hands in front of you, put some force in your fingers, push them to your face, I guess. Also downwards a little bit. You can also push on the ground. Stretch enough, take a couple of minutes before your workout, around 3, 4, 5, whatever you prefer, until you're warm, hot enough to do your handstand. This applies to a lot more exercises. And this is one of my favorite stretches, the bend stretch. This will help with your shoulder flexibility and also with your wrist flexibility. You will warm up pretty much every single thing in your upper body. And this is a good thing. Make sure to do this. And this was also key for my straight handstand. So make sure to do these if you're able to. If you do not have any bends, the link is in the description below. Make sure to check them out. And I really recommend you do these because shoulder flexibility is just one of the most important things to get your handstand and also for a lot of other exercises. Again, push-ups are also a great exercise to warm up the body and get some flexibility in the wrist. Push-ups pretty much warm up every single thing, every single muscle you need to perform the handstand. I just take my stretching really seriously. Sorry for that. Step 2. Find yourself a wall. I found my wall in my room. Should be doable for you too, although rooms with walls are pretty rare. This was the most important thing for me. Find yourself a wall, kick up, not too hard or you will bounce back. Kick up with the right amount of force. You will get better at this every time you train this, so make sure to get used to the feeling of kicking up because this is what you will use when you get into the handstand without a wall. And that's the exact same force you will use to get up in your own handstand. When you're against the wall, make sure your back is not hollow but straight. Your whole body has to be straight because otherwise this can hurt your back and it's just a better looking handstand. Personally, in the beginning, I found it really hard to find out if my body was straight or not. So I recommend you filming yourself, go into the handstand, kick up everything, and you can see and look back to recording and see what you did wrong, how to pose, etc. Just a tip from Brownie. Once you're against the wall, make sure to get used to the pose and the position you're in. If you can hold this position for longer than 10 seconds, you're able to kick a little bit off the wall and get like with 1 foot on the wall, 1 foot straight up, and try to balance yourself without the wall. And if you fall back against the wall. Generally speaking, the handstand is not a strength exercise but a balance exercise. If you're not able to stand against the wall, first off, the handstand is easier when your body fat is lower, but this is just, again, generally speaking. If you're not able to stand against the wall, make sure to get some strength in your shoulders by kicking up and going back down straight away. But again, the handstand is easier with a lower body fat. You've got 2 types of handstands. You got the banana handstand and the straight handstand. Always go for the straight handstand. This is better for your back, like I already said, and this is just a better looking handstand. For me, I always did the banana handstand, but I tried to straighten it up and I think it pretty much worked. It still maybe needs some work if you think so, but this is more a core thing, and when you start off, make sure to just contract everything from the beginning when you're learning the handstand. So that's a tip from mine. And again, a key factor, the bends. Stretching. This will help your shoulder mobility and this way you will be able to do and perform a straight handstand. Alright, before you go to the real stuff, the real handstand, make sure to practice your falling. I didn't do this and I had the shock of my life and fell pretty hard on my back. And it wasn't that pleasant. Learn your falling. There are 2 basic ways. One is just go to the side. This is the one I use the most. Just practice it. You will get better at it. And the other one I don't use that often and I pretty much failed the first time I tried it. This one is also pretty easy. You go down and roll from your back to your butt. Just practice and practice. Consistency is key. You will get there, but it's a really important factor. Just train, learn, you're falling down, because you will again, thank me later. Alright, if you can balance yourself off the wall without a wall for a good amount of time, you can go into the handstand, but you can also choose to turn yourself around, walk up the wall, face towards the wall, and this way you can straighten your handstand also, because this way sort of doesn't really allow you to arch your back. But if you still do, make sure to record yourself and see what you do wrong, because generally speaking you can also hold a handstand longer when you're straight. So okay, once you're able to balance yourself for a good amount of time, face the wall, everything straight handstand, able to fall, really important, no wrist pain, anything, you can go into a real handstand, do your handstand and just try it. So make sure to use the kicking motion you already practiced with going on the wall, not kicking up too hard. Use the exact same kicking motion. Sort of use the same force to kick up, but if you kick up a little too hard, use one of the exits you already learned, you already practiced, so you'll be fine. This is it. This is how you do a handstand. Now we'll give you a challenge. A 30-day challenge. Do this every single day if you can. No bullshitting, no excuses, but if you can one day, no problem, but you can pretty much do this every single day. Turn your handstand for around 15 minutes. Go to progression. Come back to this video if you want to know the next step or you forgot it, something like that. Do it. 30-day challenge. I went from falling down every time I tried the handstand to a proper handstand in 1 month. So you can do it too. Make sure to progress whenever you feel like it, but make sure to make progression, because you don't want to get stuck for a couple of weeks in step 1, step 2, step 3, etc. There are 3 extra tips. First one, don't kick up too aggressively. You will hurt yourself. Even though you learned the exits, you learned to not hurt yourself, you will fall over pretty fast, and before you know, you're on the ground with your back and you probably hurt yourself. And you know, your safety is my #1 priority, you know? So please be gentle with yourself. Tip 2. The second tip is pretty handy and actually really useful, because you will use it every time you do the handstand. When you grab the ground, you push to the ground, you know? Do not stretch your fingers fully. Not stretch fully. Again. As you can see here, sort of grab the ground, tighten your fingers a little bit. This will help you not fall over, and you can push to the ground to keep your balance. This is key for your balance, and the time you need to practice this is the first time you go against the wall and try to do your handstand. This is the first time you have to deal with your balance, and dealing with keeping your balance is pretty hard, but this tip will really help you and really get your handstand to the next level, or actually start with the handstand. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is about your hand placement. A lot of people have questions about where to put your hands, how to place them on the ground. There's a lot of different variations of the handstand. If you want to go with a close handstand, obviously get your hands close, pretty much in a diamond, maybe a little bit less close. But you want to go for the normal handstand, so it's about shoulder width, maybe a little bit more apart, whatever you feel like, because it's when you are comfortable. There's no rule in doing the handstand. If you find yourself stuck in one of these steps, find yourself in some trouble, make sure to comment below. People help each other out here, and I'll also comment back to you guys, so make sure to let me know. Make sure to let me know the progression. Come back to the video, you know, let me know. I'm really interested. And again, the most important tip I can give you, make sure to get your wall handstand properly good. Yeah, perform that 110% perfectly before you even try to go onto the ground, because you will find yourself falling down every time, and it's not the way to do it. I did it, so I know you can do it too. And you know, if you think the handstand is getting too easy, you can do it properly. Everything is going fine. Make sure to progress. Get your handstand push-ups. This requires a lot more muscle, but you know, you can do it. I can do it. Little, you know, I'm working my ass off right now. If you want more tutorials like this, make sure to subscribe and like if you want to follow the journey I'm having right now, because I'm not at the point I want to, you know, I want to be able to do a good front level. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Alright, so as I said here, thank you for watching, but my camera dropped out. 0 battery. But alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. As I said, make sure to use the 3 tips I also named in the video. I will make more videos about mistakes people do when they train the handstand and things like that. But for now, make sure to do the 30-day challenge, and make sure to let me know in the comments on Instagram, on Snapchat, how it's going. Everything is StanBrowney. And I want to do a special thank you to everyone who bought my shirt. Merchandise is now available. If you haven't seen it, the link for that video will be in the description below. And again, just a general thank you. Thank you so much for almost 100,000 subscribers. I know we still need like 35,000 subscribers, but we're gonna get there before the end of 2017.